welcome, Brianna, once again to the Student Life Clubs. And I will also add resources to the title of this particular breakout room. And right in the nick of time, we have Kylie Seegers from Honors and PTK that will be joining, as well as Susan Ho from the Aztec Resource Center, also known as a food pantry. And me, I'm JP Santillan. I'm the supervisor for Student Life, so for clubs and activities. And there's Student Life centers at all the different campuses. And we're also beginning to have more of an online presence as well. So today we're going to talk a little bit about what clubs, how to get involved, what PTK and Honors offer. Those are very strong clubs here. And also what the Aztec Resource Center has to offer. But before we do that, I'm going to share my screen. And I have a popcorn quiz. You probably saw them in the other breakout rooms. And guess what? If you get this one right, we'll add your name to the raffle for a prize. Okay. So here we go. Do you see my screen? All right, awesome. So the question is, popcorn traditionally pops into one of two shapes: butterfly, snowflake, or is it A, mushroom, B, flower, or C, star? The answer is A, mushroom. That is correct. Fantastic. All right, Brianna, I'm going to notate your name here so we get you entered into the raffle. So popcorn can pop into a mushroom shape as well, not just butterfly and snowflake. So for all of you who didn't know that, it's a fact. Okay, let me go back to where I was here with my Zoom. Okay. So as I said, I am the supervisor for Student Life. And we're going to talk a little bit more about Student Life and Pima Engage. Maybe you've heard that term already, or you've seen, maybe you know what Pima Engage is already. But we're going to talk first about what the Aztec Resource Center is and what it has to offer. And with that, I will kick it off to Susan.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much, JP. Hey guys.
Oh, great. It's great to see that we have Francis and Clarissa have joined us. Wonderful.
Is here, which is awesome.
Right in the nick of time.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and just share my flyer really quick. All right, hopefully you all can see that. Okay, cool. So as JP said, my name is Susan, and I am the coordinator of the Art Resource Center and Food Pantry here on campus. Hopefully you guys have heard of it. If not, I'm just going to take a brief moment to kind of just talk about who we are, what we offer, and how you guys could become involved as student volunteers. So essentially, who we are is we are the Resource Center and Food Pantry. We are on two campuses. We are at the West Campus and we're at the Desert Vista Campus. Currently, our hours are on our Pima Engage page, but I'll just let you know that the West Campus is open this semester Tuesday and Wednesday from 9 to 3. And then the DV campus is open Tuesday, Thursday from 9 to 3 as well. Essentially what it is that we have students come in. You guys are more than welcome to stop by once a week and receive a pre-made food bag from us. And that just contains the essential pantry items like mac and cheese, granola bars, canned tuna, ramen, and other sorts of food like that. And the only thing that we ask of you is if you can provide us your A number. And so there's no need to provide a physical ID card as well either. I don't think Pima does that anymore. So as long as you are able to provide your A number, you should be able to find it on the My Pima website. If you have any trouble finding it, you can definitely ask us and we'll help you figure it out. But yeah, you just provide your A number and then we can provide those food bags with you. And then we have additional bonus items that vary and are available upon just requesting it. And then the other cool thing that we provide are full-size hygiene products. So those can range from items like shampoo and conditioner to toothbrushes and toothpaste. The only thing we ask with that is that you sign out no more than one item each a semester. So theoretically, you can sign out anything and everything that we have on our hygiene list, but you would not be able to sign out more than 2 or 3 shampoos, for example. And then in addition to that, we do have a couple of events and projects that we are working on this semester. One of them is going to be an upcoming Thanksgiving food bag event. So keep a lookout on some news for that. If you ever stop by the pantry, we'll make sure to kind of spread it mainly through word of mouth, just because our food bags are going to be pretty slim and it'll be first come, first serve. But those should provide some essential Thanksgiving pantry items, as well as a voucher for, it should be $10 towards a turkey, a ham, or a veggie platter for you guys. So keep a lookout for that. And then we also have some events such as the Health and Wellness Resource event. Those are a great opportunity for you guys to stop by and connect with any community agencies that are around Tucson. Some agencies that have stopped by before are El Rio, Pima County One Stop, and I believe other agencies like the Interfaith Community Services and the Community Food Bank of Southern Arizona. So that's a great opportunity for you guys to sit and speak with someone, a representative from those agencies, and just get more information about what services they offer and how you can apply. And then the last thing is that we do operate as a makeshift learning lab to students. And what I mean by that is that students are more than welcome to stop by and ask to see how they can volunteer with us. We have different methods of volunteering. You can either volunteer with us in person, and that means being here at the pantry while we're open, as well as doing some remote volunteer work. So that can range from media, marketing, or donation solicitation and outreach. We have a variety of different ways that you can collaborate with us and work with us. And we are also working to become a federal work study site. That hasn't been official yet, but we're really hoping that we can get that solidified, hopefully by the end of this semester, if not maybe the beginning of next semester. And once we get more information on that, we will make sure to release it to you all so that you guys are aware and that you guys can sign up to actually work and get paid with us. All right, and I see, let's see here. All right, I think that is about it on my end.
Thank you, Susan. And I went ahead and posted a link to the ARC, which you can find through Pima Engage, and we'll talk about that a lot more as we go on. But any questions for Susan before we turn it over to Kylie? All righty. And thank you, Nelson and Nikaylee and Tawny for joining us as well. Fantastic. All right, without further ado, Kylie, please tell us about PTK and honors.
Sure, yeah, thank you. So hey everybody, welcome. My name is Kylie. I am the lead honors coordinator for the college, and I'm also a Phi Theta Kappa advisor. I have a slideshow. I'll put the link in the chat because it does have some clickable links. So I'm going to screen share, but if you want to go back to anything or click on any of those links, you do have access. So I think of the Pima Honors Program like a buffet. We offer a lot of stuff, and you can take as much or as little as you'd like. There are no minimums to participating. Nothing is required in order to do anything else. So any of the stuff that I talk about today, if you're like, yeah, that appeals to me, cool, do it. Do what fits your schedule. Don't feel pressured to do more. And if you're like, yeah, that's not for me, that's totally fine too. So you can find us officially on pima.edu/honors, but we're also on Facebook and Instagram, so you can follow us there and see pictures of what we get up to. Here's an example of one of our recent park cleanups. We went to Himmel Park, which is a regular thing that we do. I'm there in the middle with my dog Hank, and then all of our awesome trash picker-upper folks around me. So a big part of what we do in the program is actually volunteer service. So we want to get you leadership experience and volunteer experience, because those are things that competitive scholarships are looking for, competitive programs, internships. They look great on job applications. So we want to help connect you to those opportunities. And they're also a lot of fun. So you can see This was a Reed Park cleanup that we did over the summer. We've got Rise for Homeless Veterans that we actually worked with the food pantry on a couple times. You guys donated some stuff to us. We donated some stuff to you. So that's where we collect toiletries and food items for folks in the community who are in need. We also have virtual opportunities like our Pima Love Notes, where we make notes of kindness to send to seniors in assisted living facilities. That's really just the tip of the iceberg. We're doing a ton of stuff, and you can find almost all of it on Pima Engage. And then we also will connect students to things that we don't host, but that we're aware of, like the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's Light the Night, and Tucson Meet Yourself is another one that's coming up. So we don't host those, but we help connect. And so my newsletters are a great way to stay in the loop on those. And so as a part of honors, we have two clubs actually. So we have the honors club, and then we also have Phi Theta Kappa. And so pretty much everything that those two clubs does is crossover. So there's very little distinction, there we go, between if you're at a PTK event or an honors event. You're at both. But becoming an official member of PTK does have a requirement because they are a national organization, actually international. They're really well known all throughout the country. Most colleges and universities will have scholarships that are specific for PTK members. So there's a nice perk to joining. But you do need to have a 3.5 GPA and 12 credits completed at Pima in order to get invited. And then once you hit that criteria, you'll get that invite every semester coming directly from ptk.org. It'll have a little code that you use to sign up. And then once you're a member for life. And there are even alumni organizations at a lot of universities. So it's a nice perk to have. But again, that buffet mentality, don't feel like you have to sign up to do any of our other stuff.
I love that analogy.
Thank you. So these are some pictures of some of our students over the years who have won a specific scholarship that really relies on a lot of volunteer service. So this is the one that we really help students prepare for. It's called the All Arizona Academic Team. Pima is able to give 12 of these every year, and the award is a 60 credit tuition waiver for NAU, ASU, or U of A to finish your bachelor's degree. So that ends up being about a $30,000 value if you were to pay for those 60 credits out of pocket. It's a big scholarship, and we can give a lot of them away. So the main key cornerstone of this scholarship is what's called an Endeavor project, which is where students identify a need in their community and they work to bring about change to make the world a better place. ARC actually started as one of our students' Endeavor projects several years ago. So a lot of the great things that are going on at Pima are somehow related to this scholarship and to the honors in Phi Theta Kappa. Lowell, who is the student I'm thinking of, is in this picture. He's the very bottom rightmost student. He's one of the students who started the ARC food pantry and then took his scholarship up to NAU. And then the last thing I'll talk about is academics. So when you think honors, kind of the typical thing is you think honors classes, harder classes, honors classes. And that's kind of a smaller part of what we do, but we do have honors classes if you're interested in that. Again, take as much or as little as you'd like. And so with our honors classes, kind of the key theme is that you're going to take that class and shape it to your interests. So it's not just a teacher saying like, okay, honors English, read War and Peace. It's going to be a teacher saying, oh, you're interested in honors credit in this class? Well, how do you want to explore this topic more deeply? What would make this class more relevant to you, or, help prepare you more for your future career, or, even if it's like a hobby, what do you want to explore in this class? And so these are all examples of projects that were done in our Honors 101, which is kind of the central part of our honors academics. But you can actually turn any class into honors credit by doing what's called an honors contract. I won't get too in the weeds because I know this is the quick presentation version. But if you are interested in honors academics, we do have a lot. And it's, again, very flexible for you. So you have a link to the slides. You can go through and look at this ginormous list, but this is kind of in a nutshell, bullet points. This is what we do. I didn't mention, but we have great partnerships with a lot of our universities. So all the folks in that breakout room, the university transfer breakout room, they regularly come to our honors and PTK meetings to talk about the transfer process and specifically their honors programs. So we do a lot. We do university visits. We do a lot to connect you guys to those opportunities too. And so getting started with us is really easy because you just have to do something. There's no official joining process. As long as you are aware of what we offer and you are picking and choosing from that, you are a part of us. So if you come to one club meeting, you're doing honors stuff. If you take one honors class, you're doing honors stuff. So stay in the loop with us. We've got a newsletter. You can email me. I'll put my email in the chat. You can email me to get on that list if you're not on there already. You can join us on Pima Engage for both honors and Phi Theta Kappa. Follow us on the socials. Just stay in the loop, stay in touch, do the things, and we are happy to work with you. So here's a snapshot of our Pima Engage page. And I know JP's going to talk a little bit more about that, so I won't get in the weeds there, but let me go ahead and stop sharing. If you have any questions, lay them on me.
And we're doing great on time, so.
Okay, good. All right, I'm seeing smiles, but no questions. So my email in the chat is kseegers@pima.edu. I'm happy to set up one-on-one Zooms. So if you're like, you said a lot about honors, but what should I do? I'm happy to have that meeting with you. We can talk over email, whatever you need. And our next honors club meeting is coming up this Friday. It's going to be over Zoom. You can find it on Pima Engage. This Friday is also Emerging Leaders. So if you have signed up for that, I will be presenting, so you can hear a longer version of this song and dance if you come to my talk. But yeah, we'd love to connect with you.
Thank you, Kylie.
Yeah, thank you.
I certainly found it very informative. And the great piece, I didn't know that ARC was actually started by a student. That's so fantastic. And now we're employing full-time employees such as Susan Ho to work in the ARC. So
very exciting. I was actually with Lowell. We were part of the social services student organization when that used to be active. And together, a group of us started the ARC Resource Center. Yeah.
So I'm so sorry then, because I didn't realize that you were one of the students. I only know Lowell because of Phi Theta Kappa. Okay, I will add that to the story from here on out.
There we go.
That was a couple of us. So it's really cool kind of seeing the inception of it as a student and working as a student, now becoming an employee of the program.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, as an example as to how far you can take your student involvement. Brianna, Francis, Clarissa, McKaylee, Nelson, and is it Tani? My chat is covering this. Yes. Wonderful.